There he is. Hey, come on this weekend? Yeah, sounds good. Saturday? Yeah.
I think we're going to do all in this video.
We've got limited edition attached to the first 10,000 fans in the building on game day. So be sure to get yours and get here early.
Hope you're ready for our next fan giveaway. Next up, magnetic schedule. Keep track of all the next games right on your refrigerator door.
Oh, don't forget the game for Saturday. What's that?
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Greetings and best wishes. Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
And we all know what it means to MP and this team to play well on the road, to win those close road games. MP's been quite vocal, in fact, about rising up in the face of big obstacles this season.
And what I like about MP, he's willing to put his reputation on the line to make something happen. He's not just sitting back waiting for things to develop. That would certainly be the easier route. Instead, he's put a stake in the ground, and that ground is away from home.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. We've got Erickson, Knox out there with MP, and it's Forrest in at the small forward.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by MP. And the Nets with possession. Evans outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jackson has the open look. No good on the three. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Forrest passes to Laprovitola. Stephens pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Dropniak. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform. The most with any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
Kicks it out to Evans. Shoots over Erickson. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter. That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though.
Here's Ryder. Last game we saw him score 14. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
And for Chicago, Ewing is out there with MP. Then there's Erickson. And it's Holmes in at the center position. Goes up. Oh, my!
Legal. Never seen it.
Oh.
Truly putting the defense to shame there. MP with a highlight-worthy moment.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Chicago leading by 6. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And the first half is now in the books. Bulls lead by 15. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. All right, next. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Wasn't too much. We've got Drobniak, and it's Norris in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Drills the three-pointer.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And the dunk by MP.
Rocking the rim. MP injecting some energy into his squad.
Out to the wing. Here's Patterson. And again, it's Brooklyn with a 3.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And MP throws it down.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Hacciani, guarded by Nelson. In the corner, it's Patterson. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Nelson with the ball, bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. And out of bounds is Brooklyn Dale's possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Ewing's checked in for Chicago. And that's an intentional. Called the Nets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Yep, that one goes in there.
What a night for MP. He is in the zone. And look, that cylinder must be huge.
Pass to Steffens. And it's Evans in the corner. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Evans has got 27.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
To the paint. Hayward in the post. MP's there. Sinks that one from the post.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. MP's got 10 points here in the second half. To the middle, here's Hayward, and slam dunk by Hayward.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin, a resounding victory.
second, MP.
We're going through the playoffs. This is one.
Starting at point guard, at 6'3" inches.
Doris, when you look at the numbers for both of these teams, you have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
And despite some of the challenging buildings to play in on the road in the NBA, MP and his team have made it a point to win tough games away from home. Easier said than done in this league.
And this team's goal was to compete on the road, and so far, so good. MP is looking for another good...
And it's Davidson in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Here's Farrell. And he comes up with a bucket. Farrell's got his second basket of the night.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He finished with 19 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Charlotte making a change here. Bradley. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Bulls out in front, running away with this one. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
Yeah, it's a tight group, man. I like how the NBA keeps the roster small. You want to see the best of the best out there.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Chicago Bulls. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Just about ready for the... Stolen by MP. On the court for Chicago.
Oh, wow! Kind of mean on that one. Mean and so disrespectful.
Oh, my goodness. MP stealing the show.
An impressive display. We'll make substitutions. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chances.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily.
About game time, same time.
Hey, Stan, given that we're in the late portion of the season, what would you advise the playoff-bound teams?
Well, it's really simple, Kevin. Make sure you're healthy and playing your best basketball. Seriously, if you can accomplish both those things, you've got a shot at a deep run in the postseason.
Well, not too long ago, MP has been very outspoken about them needing to win on the road. He feels like that's the ultimate test of this team, that if they can do that, they can pretty much do anything.
Well, so far they've done what they set out to do. When you're at home, you have all the daily distractions of your life. Everyone else has the same thing. But when you're traveling together, sometimes that forges a strong bond, and this team has that largely because of MP.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Erickson, and it's Ford in at the 3 spot. And now they decide to foul. They've got Fleming, and it's Mills in at the 2. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
Well, MP knows these are high-value looks inside.
And stolen by MP. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oh.
So it's Chicago with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this.
Pretty interesting how this is all coming together, don't you guys think?
Not interesting. It's exactly how I predicted it would look.
And turning back to our first half, things going well. Extremely well for the Chicago Bulls.
We get in the playoffs, Jim.
And that's a halftime wrap.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Well, Chicago has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got MP, and it's Sloan in at the 5. And for the Nuggets, they've got Martin, and it's Timmerman in at the point guard position.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And MP throws it down.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Substitution on the court.
That one off the back iron and out.
Well, when you get that kind...
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Oh, shoot, we're facing the Sixers.
Kicks empty.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports at another exciting... Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, BA, the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
And a few games ago, we talked about MP's desire to be seen as a highly competitive team on the road this season. This is MP's mantra right now.
Judging off of the last few contests, it's mission accomplished so far in terms of
Here's Barber. We've got Jackson, and it's Towns in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Hits the trifecta. Towns has got 8.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Thunder had a nice performance. He contributed 20 points and chalked up a few assists along the way as well. It ended up being such a solid night for him, putting in a lot of energy and making things happen for his team. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. Hey, he made play after play. Really solid effort all night.
And he did it in a variety of ways, which makes him harder for opponents to deal with.
And it didn't matter whatever the defense threw at him. He made the adjustment.
That shot is off.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Sixers on top, leading by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
They lack discipline at the defensive end, and it's...
And that'll do it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. They've got MP, and it's Erickson in at the 1. Newton, good.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Bulls trail by 5. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. MP's got 6.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Newton. Here's Bonner. Philadelphia moving it around.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And MP throws it down.
That's on the D there. I mean, you got to push MP further away from the basket, or you could...
We've got Jackson. And it's Barber in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Jackson can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 10. To the middle. Pushing through the contact inside. MP.
And this is how locked in MP is. Not letting the bump affect him in the slightest.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And we'll have a... called on MP. And so he's picked. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Boy, a hard.
Look out there, MP.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Le Ened. And this matchup always, Clark, seems to produce some fireworks.
Well, again, when conference opponents are this familiar, Kevin, things tend to get ramped up, heated up, intensified, if you will.
And when it comes to MP, he has an objective to motivate his teammates. That's why he made winning on the road a rallying cry.
And at this point, we assume they're going to win these games. Their confidence is really high, even when they've wobbled a bit on the road.
Brand out there with Starks. Then it's Martin. And it's Stewart in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Drops in the tray.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Thunder had a nice performance. He dropped 13 points and made an effort to share it with his guys, too. He is front and center in their playoff chase. He wants to be the guy that carries them into the postseason. Send it back to you.
Hallie, we appreciate the update. The aggressiveness break. And some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Magic. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay up.
And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
You look at the numbers, they're getting to the line. Oh.
Thanks for joining us. Now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Erickson, and it's Sloan in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
MP converting the tough bucket.
Against contact, too. How about that? They really made MP work for that hoop inside.
And we have an interception. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
A nice portion of their points have been earned at the line, and they've done an exceptional job creating havoc for the defense and getting fouled.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
We've got Brand. Martin is out there with Mobley. And it's Watson. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin.
Last match of 4 playoffs.
Shaking MP.
You know, something that makes this matchup interesting, Richard. Both of these teams execute at a high level on defense.
Yeah, the scoreboard could be looking underfed by the end of the game. The NBA is trying to tilt things towards offense, but these two say, not on my watch.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
MP often talks to his team during flights, and recently, one of the main topics of discussion, winning on the road. It seems as it's developed into a mission for his squad.
So they haven't been perfect on the road, but they've been...
The Bulls trail by 5. And for Chicago, they've got MP, and it's Nelson in at the point. And MP throws it down.
MP just showing off the vert.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break.
They've been getting to the line a lot. I mean, fearless at the offensive end. You like guys who are willing to throw their bodies around.
And what better time than now to get caught up on the Rookie of the Year? That's it for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And the Bulls shooting just 42% so far in the game. They've got Harper, and it's Wright in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Oh! And for Chicago, they've got MP, and it's Lee in at the 3.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Chicago leading. Work in the interior, MP.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Knox, he's checked in for Lee. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure they're purposeful. San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their plan during the break. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first three you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Thanks for that, Allie. All right, time for an injury report.
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Bulls. I was told it's a knee sprain. Not great news by any stretch, but luckily it wasn't anything major. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the update. Good to get that information.
A lot of people are going to be very happy to hear that report, and I'm sure he's relieved too.
And that's in. Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
San Antonio trailing here. Here's Harper. Outside Wembanyama. Takes a three. Oh, it's off.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Oh, no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Stolen by MP.
Yes, sir! That one's good! MP says, I'll handle this, and goes and gets them the big bucket.
Right outside. Can't get the three. Bulls leading by 3. MP. MP! The flush!
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now Wembanyama.
Chicago is foul. One personal foul. 15 foul.
From downtown. Oh, he cannot hit.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Yes, sir. That one goes.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
Building out this lead brick by brick. They have taken a very methodical approach.
Holmes against Wembanyama. The three is in.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Well, the Bulls shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency.
Man, this guy, MP, is a flat-out winner, and he proves it again with the clutch make.
Let's loose for three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Harper. It's good from beyond the arc.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
MP. Oh, the stuff.
And that's what you get with MP. Relentless and can score in a variety of ways.
Puts up the tray. The three ball is down.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on.
We'll win
for these moments.
And it's the Bulls' ball.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them
Spurs
to pull this out.
is gone
The
blue.
Spurs call time. Wembanyama. Ooh, he can't tie it up. That one's no good. And an intense.
He tried to tie up.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
See, you know you're going to lose, Spurs. Bulls turn.
Good on the first. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Well, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
Jacks up a three. Oh, it misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Right. First personal foul. 14.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Don't miss this one.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. And the 3 misses. MP fires. Beautiful work with the baby hook.
Assistant. Erickson.
And so Chicago takes the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's.
Uh-oh, we in the park. Bulls never get up. Yeah, Bulls in this playoffs. This is my part. Sister, oh my. I'm going to do all the... Now we gotta win this game.
Hey fans, great to have you with us for the Eastern Conference. But you look at Chicago, and a win here keeps them at that 7th seed.
And avoiding an even scarier prospect in the subsequent game. The loser there eliminated from playoff participation. So a lot is riding on this outcome.
And to the sideline now for a report on MP's career milestone.
After recently moving into the top 10 in career scoring, I asked him for his thoughts on the achievement. He said, quote,
and stolen by MP. We've got Knox. MP out there with Lee. Then it's Nelson. And it's Sloan. And it's the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. Price, the pass to Rogers. And the rejection by MP.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Down low. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Price. Pass to Manning. Inside, here's Payton. They kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Moves back up. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Payton.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Brown. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And big defensive plays like this. Especially when you're talking about action around the sideline. This is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original...
My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Takes a three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Sloan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bosniak hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Right on the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Over in the corner, lead back to MP. And MP throws it down.
If I'm playing with MP right now and I have the basketball, I am finding that guy.
Now Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does break.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
So for the Bulls, Holmes checked in, and Erickson subbed in for Knox. And a change for the Wizards. Franklin's checked in for Price. Erickson passes to MP. Makes it off the glass. MP's got 20. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
And so it's Washington with it. 15-point game. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Erickson. Jumps up. Oh! Whips down the windmill jam.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Pass to Rogers. They need this. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Here's Franklin. There's the triple. Chicago grabs the miss. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
For the Washington Wizards, who won their last contest that game against the Raptors. So it's Chicago holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this.
To put it simply, they're getting decimated on the boards.
Well, I wouldn't call decimated simple because
Checking out the circumstances. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
Hi, everyone. Glad to have you. So on the floor for Washington. Down out there with Rogers. Then it's George and it's Franklin at the two-spot.
Well, that's a case where you're just determined to get to the inside. MP understanding how to get defenders into a compromising situation.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Oh, shoot. We got a tap.
In the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. A moment for an injury report.
Thank you, guys.
They're going to do. Bulls go win.
That knee was twisted pretty severely. No torn ligaments, but still significant pain and swelling. This is going to be a long-term issue and a lengthy recovery process. Unfortunately, they expect him to miss a significant amount of time. Not the news they were hoping for, guys.
Allie, thank you for the update. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
MP converting the tough bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And that was a huge basket from MP. Crucial points.
Now Brown fires the three, and there's the three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Going to work down low.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
Beyond the arc. That one misses.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Using his athleticism, MP with the play.
Oh, that's a big-time finish by MP. This is why guys encourage him to be aggressive.
Wizards trail by 6. Now Brown shoots the three. He's gonna go.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Bulls. He said there was a popping feeling in the hamstring, then sudden and severe pain. And from the sound of it, nothing to play with, but guys, nevertheless, seems like he's planning to give it a go. Back to you.
Allie, thanks as always.
Well, and that's huge. Obviously, things not bad enough that it's going to be a long-term absence. His return to the floor we expect sooner rather than later. That's huge for this group.
And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Timeout, Wizards. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Washington's head coach said to the team. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, this is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. And that one misses. Chicago leading by 6. The three is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Brown. The three doesn't go.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Trained from outside.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today. What you love is MP wanted the basketball, and he shows you exactly why.
Timeout, Wizards. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot misses, and he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Franklin with the steal.
Rogers for 3.
And the Chicago Bulls get the big-time win. And
Cowboys win the game. Nice. Oh my. We got a face and Heat in the playoffs. Great. Oh no! You break the team the same thing! Why minute? Oh no, this is not the same Bill playoffs edition, oh my. Guys, see you guys next time. I hope so helped you at home. See you guys next video. Live stream. I hope so. I'll be live next week. Guys know I will play basketball on that Wednesday on playoffs. So guess what? I'll see you next week. Guys know. See you guys next week. See you guys next week, guys. See you guys next week. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. You chose Sky. See you guys next time. Goodbye. I'm basketball. See you guys next time. See you guys next time.